What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? It's your boy Rio Robinson back with the latest and greatest on the Rambling with Rio YouTube channel where we ramble about the Washington Commanders. Today is Sunday, November 12th, and in about an hour from now, Washington's going to kick off their Week 10 matchup against the Seattle Seahawks, the 4-5 Commanders, the 5-3 Seahawks. We're an hour away from kickoff. How are y'all feeling going an hour? Like it feels, it feels kind of good to sit back, hair down, feet up, and watch NFL Red Zone. NFL Red Zone is the greatest invention known to man. Like I swear, NFL Red Zone was created on the seventh day. And on the seventh day, the Lord gave us NFL Red Zone. Can you just sit back and you watch every game commercial free for 7 hours? Greatest thing ever. How are we feeling? How confident are we feeling going into this game? Let me check in on the chat. What's going on, Dennis? Appreciate you for being a rambler, man. Welcome to the club. Thank you for joining the channel. I got my guy. He said, "What's good, Real? What's going on, man? How we feeling? How we feeling?" Juan Gotti with the super. What's going on, my boy? He said, Gino writing back today. Gino writing back today. Oh man, he right? Is he? I don't know, because I think Gino, shout out to you. Appreciate you for the super, my boy. Keep going up on the channel and keep the content coming out regardless of whatever's going on. We got this content thing, man. Keep it going. Appreciate you. But Gino Smith versus Sam Howell, the quarterback matchup. Gino's the vet. And Gino had a miraculous season last year. Yo, CJ Stroud is a dog, bro. Oh my God, CJ Stroud is the. I'm sorry, I just saw CJ Stroud strutting to the end zone. They just took a double-digit lead on the Bengals in the fourth quarter. Remember how Ron told us it takes 3 to 5 years to get competitive and build a culture? Well, I'm watching DeMeco Ryans in year one with a rookie coach, with a rookie quarterback, rookie coach, rookie quarterback combo. They're about to win their 5th game. Already. They won 3 all of last year. They're about to win their 5th game. Just saying. But let's talk Washington, Seattle. Outlaw King, what's going on? I took a nap and woke up thinking I missed the game. Yo, it's beautiful playing at 425, bro. I can get used to this. The 1 o'clock kicks, they got us spoiled because we get to get it out the way. But, man, it feels good. It feels so good. Feels so good. And then Washington plays. Get ready to have your blood pressure raised, your cholesterol, your heart rate, all that shit, man. Set your heart rate tracker, set your Fitbits, your Apple Watches, because you know your Sunday, which was so beautiful and so stress-free up to this point, it's gonna suddenly get stressful because Washington's gonna play Seattle. And I think it's a very evenly matched game. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Yeah, let me see some score predictions in the chats, by the way. Hell yeah, bro. This feels good to just the 1 o'clock kicks. You just get straight to it. You don't even get a chance to process yourself on a Sunday. You go from, some people go to church. You go from getting your morning and getting your things out the way to just jumping straight to the shits at 1 o'clock. At 4:30, it's like, man, I get to enjoy 3 hours of football. I don't gotta throw my remote. I don't gotta get my blood. I don't gotta raise my voice too much. I can just enjoy it. All you gotta do is check your bets, check on your parlays, and check on your fantasy score. It's a beautiful time. And then Washington comes on, and they gotta fuck our whole Sunday up. They gotta make us stressed out. And whether we win or lose, it's the same feeling every Sunday. But I have a good feeling, y'all, because Washington does work and does its best work in the month of November under Ron Rivera. It's what we do. 4-1, 4-1, 2-2. We win in November, and we haven't beat a quality team yet, and we beat one quality team a year. This is the week we get it, bro. I got us 27-23 over Seattle. I'm going to talk about the fashion in which we get there. What's going to appreciate you, my boy. Appreciate you, Antoine, for the $4.99 donation. Midway through the season, where do you think Sam Howell ranks in the NFC East? He definitely not last. That's definitely Daniel Jones and that whole clown show of quarterback. They're starting Jackie Jr. from The Sopranos for the rest of the season in New York right now. I want to say the race for the quarterback race in the NFC East, it looks like a 1 ABC scenario because Sam Howell technically is playing as good as Dak and Jalen Hurts, despite the fact that he's been sacked 100 times and has 9 picks. He's He's on pace to go bar for bar with Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott. And I see both sides of the coin objectively as an objective football fan. For those that say Sam Howell's stats are inflated due to the fact that Washington is always down and they're a one scheme, they're a passing attack. There's no running game, so they're a one-trick pony. So Bieniemy has them throwing it 50 times a week. But at the same time, they're throwing the whole load at Sam, and Sam is ready for it. They didn't put the training wheels on him. Go watch the Pittsburgh Steelers. They still have the training wheels on Kenny Pickett 23 starts in. The super training wheel. Like, I'm talking, they got training wheels on the bike, and dad is holding you by the waist as you drive the bike. That's what they're doing with Kenny Pickett. Desmond Ritter's on the bench. Brock Purdy is all right, but he has a great, perfect roster around him. Sam Howell is currently running laps around his draft class, and he's keeping up statistically, productively, and developmentally with some of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. And he's put his first back-to-back good games together. We need to keep that going. This would be a great win for Sam Howell. Go up in Seattle. We're 6.5-point dogs. Sounds about right. I think we're going to win the game. I think we're going to win this game today because Washington has some things going. Andrew Wiley might not play. That's a good thing. I shouldn't say it. That was our priority free agent signing as the dawn of free agency started last year. Imagine now, we rushed to the phone to get Andrew Wiley signed on the dotted line for the next couple years. But, hey, he might not play today. Flu. Curtis Samuel's questionable. Next man up. And when I say next man up, I don't mean De'Ami Brown, receiver-wise. I mean Byron Pringle and Jamison Crowder. Give me them. Give me them boys. Get number 2 ass the fuck out the rotation because all he's done is drop passes and fail to hold his quarterback down. Bro, you're playing with the guy who got you drafted in the league, and you're still not grasping your opportunity. 8 catches for 120 yards on the season. That ain't it. Appreciate you, my boy. What's going on, man? How we feeling right now, y'all? How we feeling right now? I am probably stupidly feeling confident. I shouldn't feel this confident. I just know how this team is in November, and we're good for a 1-3 game win streak a year. Mickey season. It's Mickey Mouse November. We're good for it. But the difference between this year and other years, we actually have a quarterback. And we have a play caller. Well, I can be hard on EB. I'm going to be hard on EB. I'm going to be hard on the quarterback. But we have a play caller that's actually creative. He don't know how to run the ball. He definitely runs the offense like a person playing Madden 24. But it's effective. It's very effective. We still have issues with route concepts, routes running together. Terry McLaurin almost ran into Jahan Dotson in the end zone on that touchdown last week. But they be putting up numbers, though. They be putting up numbers. This would be a good week to get the run game together. This would be a very good week to give Brian Robinson 20 carries because that Seattle crowd ain't no joke. The 12th man at Lumen Field, it's not a game. They even have their stadium architecturally constructed so that the sound reverberates into the stadium, into the mezzanine game field level of the stadium. So it's going to be a rowdy game. We need to keep their crowd out of it. Run the ball a little bit today. Trust me, I'm not for the archaic way that we were winning games last year where it's like run it so much that the other team doesn't get a chance to possess the ball. I'm not saying do all that, but you have to be able to run it enough that Sam doesn't have to throw the ball 50 times a week. 50 times a week? Then Mahomes not even throwing it 50 times a week, bro. We giving Sam the full litmus test. Bro, you're going to show us whether you're him or not. And so far, I think he's passing the test with flying colors. Yes, they come with hiccups, as they always do with a 23-year-old quarterback. Yes, there were weeks where I was almost ready to say these problems were completely unfixable. But a couple changes to the Houston Texans are balling. Oh, my God. They about to beat Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. But, man, I go on tangents, man. This NFL red zone got me spoiled. Bear with me. But back to Sam Howell. There are weeks where he makes you want to pull your hair out, but he's so unfazed. My favorite thing about Sam Howell, he's the most cool, calm, collective, unfazed person in the world. My guy Marshall of the group chat, shout out Marshall Warren. I think it's EST Command on Twitter. He said Sam Howell is so cool, he would make himself a sandwich while the house is on fire. That is the best definition of Sam Howell, of how cool he is, his demeanor. He would definitely make him a sandwich and turn on his favorite show while the house was on fire behind him. That's how unfazed he is with what's going on. He's not a rah-rah guy. Doesn't need to be a rah-rah guy. Some guys are all rah-rah, all bark, no bite. As long as he produces when the games start, which he has for the most part so far, it's absurd. It's like, we've never seen anything like this. He's on pace to be the most sacked quarterback in NFL history. He's top 7 in turnovers, but he's top 10 in yards, touchdowns, rating, completion percentage. He is a complete anomaly and the biggest catch-22 in the league year. And I'm so glad that we have him right now. I'm so glad that we have him, and I feel sold. It may be early, but I feel sold. I don't buy players' jerseys. I want a Howell jersey. I feel so sold that we finally have a guy. A quarterback of this stature gives you a chance in every week. And while we're the underdog here, Seattle's not some daunting favorite. They have a great roster. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it, my boy. This man, like Seattle, I like their coaching staff. Love how they ran. Love John Snyder. They have great roster. Their secondary is spooky. They got Devin Witherspoon, the hardest hitting corner I've ever seen in my life, across the field from Tariq Woolen, who was a very close runner-up for Rookie of the Year last year with Sauce Gardner. I believe he led the league in picks, or was second in the league in picks last year. About 6 or 7 of them things. Quandre Diggs and Julian Love. Jamal Adams, the hybrid linebacker safety. Bobby Wagner is 100 years old, and he's still on pace for 150 tackles, still doing his damn thing. Devin Bush has looked all right since they got him, and they just dropped in Leonard Williams from the Giants, an absolute baller, into their D-line next to Jaron Reed, Boye Mafe, Darrell Taylor. So they got some things we need to worry about on that defensive side of the ball. Offense can't come in undisciplined today. Sam has to continue to get the ball out of his hands quickly, decisively, and accurately, because these boys will pick it. They're not the Legion of Boom, but they play very good defense. They have speed. Unlike the Patriots defense, there is speed and juice all around the field in this Patriots defense. They got it. Them corners, they're going to come to play today. But I think we edge them out. I'm not going to call it a shootout, even though my score prediction, it sounds shootout-esque. But I got us winning 27-23. And the way I have us winning is I have Seattle taking the lead 23-20 in the final 5 minutes of the game, and Sam Howell putting his big boy pants on and graduating to the next level of quarterbacking and taking us down the field, not for the tie, but for the win, 27-23 over the Washington Commanders today. Give me some score predictions, and give me some who's going to be our X factor, who's going to be our unsung hero in our game today. My unsung hero, it shouldn't be an unsung because he was a first-round pick, Jamin Davis. I think Jamin Davis has a big game today. The Seahawks, in their passing attack, they throw to 4 players. Geno don't even look anybody else's way when it comes to passing. It's their 3 starting receivers. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the first-round rookie, Tyler Lockett, speed demon, slot god, and DeKalen Zacharias Metcalf, DK Metcalf, the 230-pound, 4'3" animal receiver. I want praying mantis Emmanuel Forbes nowhere near DK on the field today. DK needs to keep Forbes away from that. I don't need him trying to tackle DK. I don't need him trying to run vertically with DK. I also don't want to see St. Juice on DK on vertical routes. He can run with him in the short and intermediate shit, but He don't got the juice to run with him. Fuller, just follow DK around the field. And don't put Emmanuel Forbes nowhere near DeKalen, Zacharias Metcalf, Jack Del Rio. Please. We don't need to see this boy. He's already been baptized enough this season. I don't know how much baptisms are allowed in religion, but Forbes has already had enough for 1 year. And he just got his swagger back. He got his swag. I told you last week with Forbes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta go take a two-hole from the club to get out the sand. Forbes got out the sand versus some scrubs last week. His confidence was on full throttle. He was posting on Instagram again. He was active on Twitter. I seen him on Tress Way's podcast. I seen him on the Command Center. He done had a full press run after his return to existence after the New England game. So I need Forbes playing with Jackson Smith and Jigba. Stay in your weight class, my boy. Stay in your weight class. I don't need to see a 160-pound man trying to run with 6'4", 230 that runs a 4.3. I don't want to see it. Jack Del Rio, MAGA Jack, I beg you. Don't do that to that man. Our young boy deserves better than that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't play with fire, because you know what happens when you play with fire. It's never really a good thing. It's never really a good thing. Everybody wanting a close. No, we don't want a close game. It's going to be a close game. There's a difference between wanting it and what you're going to get. I would love to see our team blow somebody out. But I ask all of you, the 98 people in the chat right now, when do we blow anybody out? When do we win impressively? I consider for this team a blowout, any victory 10 points or over, because 10 points is a blowout for us because we don't even win by 10. We just don't. We just don't. 24-21. I like it. I am going to be there. AJ Shakes. Don't be scared. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm nervous too, Nicole. How you doing? Giants are an atrocity right now. They're definitely drafting a quarterback. Yeah, they're embracing the tank. They're not even going to let Tyrod back on the field this year. They're going to let Jackie Jr. from The Sopranos start the rest of the season for them. I swear to God, if we lose to Jackie Jr. at FedEx Field next week, I might tuck in the colors for the year, bro. You don't. If we lose to this grocery bagging Sopranos character whose mother still makes his bed and cooks him dinner every night and probably breastfeeds him, if we lose to him next week, there's no hope. And how Washington would it be for us to beat Seattle this week, 2-game heater, and then still find a way to lose to the Giants? But we're not going there right now. We're not going to go back to negativity right now until it's time. Until then, I'm going to walk with this false sense of confidence that Washington is just this invincible entity when it comes to the month of November. I don't know what it is, but we showed the hell up in November. Back to my unsung hero, Jamin Davis. Other than their 3 receivers, Noah Fant is the only person they throw the ball to. They don't throw the ball to anybody else. Noah Fant, tight end, they can catch the ball. There will be a day where we can finally defend a tight end. I hope it's today. Jamin Davis, be on your P's and Q's. Get a turnover. Catch another pick today. You got your first career pick a few weeks back. Get number 2 because they're going to target Noah Fant. This is around the time of the year where Jack is actually dialing up shit. We seen Jamin give up the touchdown because he was late on the stunt last week. Can't have that. You were a first-round pick, my boy. You were a first-round pick. Bruh, I don't want to see Forbes nowhere near DK. I want no part. Yo, pick it. Like, let's put some respect on Mike Tomlin's name. This Omar Epps-looking motherfucker don't lose. He finds a way to win no matter what they put out on the field. They never have losing season. Kenny Pickett is ass, and they about to be 6-3. I don't know if they're still up in that game. I can't even see that score, but if they win today, they're 6-3. 6-3, despite the fact that they have a quarterback with steroided training wheels on his bike. They're not taking no chances with that boy. His Mickey Mouse ass hands, they don't trust him. They look like they need another quarterback. Because if Howell's growing pains look like Kenny Pickett's growing pains, we'd be marching on Washington right now. We'd be having a goddamn fit. So know when you choose your fighter. And when you're upset at Howell, It could be so much more. How's actually growing, ascending, and balling. I swear Kenny Pickett may not have a 300-yard game in his life. Sam has more touchdowns and 10 games started than Pickett has in 22. In 22. Yeah, man. We might got us one, y'all. Did the Browns just score? The Browns just score again? Oh, man, I love the witching hour of the red zone. The witching hour is the final hour of the 1 o'clock slot on red zone where games are decided. It might be the best hour in all hours of any day in existence. It's the greatest thing ever. NFL red zone, greatest shit ever, man. I love it. Wiley and Samuel are active. Okay, we got our full squad. Samuel's back in. We do not have to see any De'Ami Brown this week. I hope we don't see any De'Ami Brown this week. On the offensive side of the ball, X Factor, Brian Robinson Jr. Pound the rock at times. Sprinkle. Give me 17 carries minimum for Brian Robinson Jr. today because they have a good secondary. We need to open them boys up some. Brian Robinson Jr. is having a good season. I think he has 7 combined touchdowns. He had a very what we're not accustomed to fumble last week, which sparked the momentum for the Patriots to get after it. But I would love to see Washington pick a different script for today because our games usually look like we get up 10 or 11, and then the other team immediately comes back, and then the game's up for grabs in the last 2 minutes. It would be nice for us to go impressively, but that's not what we do. Steelers got their win. They're going to 6-3. 6-3 with no quarterback. Look around the league, y'all. The Colts have won 5 games this year with a rookie head coach, Shane Steichen. 5 games and they lost their rookie first-round quarterback for the season. Still looking like a little squad. Houston's looking like a squad. Don't listen to Riverboat Eugene Rivera when he says it takes 3 to 5 years to build a culture. It doesn't if you make moves. If you aggressively put some shit together, make some shit shake, and hire the right people to fill out your staff. But I'm feeling like Washington gets a dub today. Have y'all seen the Minnesota Vikings? Have y'all seen how well Kevin O'Connell coaches football? Our former OC, Kevin O'Connell, that should have been hired as the OC, but Ron made the nepotism friendship hire and chose Scott Turner over him. Look at Kevin O'Connell. He has freaking Josh Dobbs, who just got there last week on a 2-game heater. They started the season like 0-3, 1-4. They're now 6-4 and are in the 7th seed, locked into the 7th seed of the playoffs as of now, 10 weeks into the season. Kevin O'Connell can coach football. Scott Turner was hired because Ron knows his dad, and he worked under his dad, and he worked with him in Carolina because, oh, man, it'd be like that. Yeah, I got a little line up, got a little shape up because after the game, I'm going immediately on the Bleacher Report app. I will be doing the post-game show, the immediate reaction post-game live stream on the Bleacher Report app after the game. For those who don't have the app or don't feel like downloading the app, don't worry. It will be uploaded to YouTube around 30 to 45 minutes after when it's able to download. I'm going to shift it over to the YouTube for post-game immediate reaction. It's going to be about 30 minutes long. Cole Turner, great point, Brad. Thank you for bringing this up, Brad. What is Cole Turner, y'all? Because 2 years in, we don't know. He's a healthy scratch every week. He's either not as healthy as we think, or he's just not him at all. Because he appears to be the most talented pass-catching option we have at the tight end position. But something's not clicking or adding up because he's been in EB's doghouse for quite some time. He's not getting on the field. John Bates is getting the ball thrown to. We're throwing screens to John Bates. John Bates has 2 cinder blocks for feet, and we're throwing screens to him. He's getting major clock, major burn, and Cole Turner is wearing street clothes. Cole Turner dressed like me on the sidelines each week. Something's not going right with Cole Turner. It's not clicking for him. Man, You know what Brock Bowers would do for this offense. It's not time to talk about the draft. I don't need to go there. But do y'all know what a guy like? Do you know how much a versatile, dynamic tight end could unlock this offense? Because even fleet-footed ass Logan Thomas, he be eating in this offense. We target him a lot, and he be eating. Could y'all imagine having a guy like Brock Bowers? Oh my God. Or Jatavian Sanders, the Texas tight end. When I do a mock, when mock draft season commences, I'm gonna have Jatavian Sanders as one of Washington's second round picks 100% of the time. I'm going to pick him in every second round for one of our 2 second round picks because he's a monster. I would love to have a number 0 Commanders Jatavian Sanders jersey. But let's not talk about the future right now. We're talking about the present. And the present is Washington is going to Seattle, 6.5 point underdog. And I think we're going to win the game. Geno Smith don't scare me, y'all. Yeah, I'm happy for the brother. I'm happy to see a black king get paid and unbust himself as a quarterback. Yes, that's a wild word. That sounds crazy, unbust, but he unbusted himself. He was a bust up until last year, and he went out and put up franchise historic numbers for the Seahawks. Was it a product of a system and weapons? We're going to see. Shane Waldron be dialing that shit up in Seattle. They got a 2-headed monster in the backfield. Kenneth Walker Jr., someone I wanted us to draft. Zach Charbonnet out of UCLA, also someone that I want to draft. Also, side note, asterisk, not playing in this game today, but playing in Baltimore. Remember how Jalen, me, and the group chat guys in our war room, remember how we were banging the goddamn table for Keaton Mitchell, that little speed demon running back from East Carolina? Do y'all see how Baltimore is just unleashing him on the world right now? He can't be stopped right now. He's going to end up their lead back before the end of the season. Absolute dog. That is the one thing Washington is missing in this backfield. We have a bruiser and Brian Robinson. We have a wide receiver running back hybrid J.D. McKissick special and Antonio Gibson, who does not play at the 4.3 speed that he ran at the combine. And then we decided, for whatever reason, to add another bruiser to the mix. Running back room needs some juice. But the running back room that doesn't need some juice is Seattle. Kenneth Walker Jr. and Charbonnet, they will try to establish the run early. Geno Smith has 9 touchdowns to 7 interceptions this year. He's come back to reality a little bit. The Cinderella glass slipper is starting to fade, and he's starting to look like pedestrian New York Jets Geno again. Sam's Asian. He always cool at all time. Yeah, he do got the Korean in him. He do got that Korean in him. Shout out to our guy. He be wearing the little Korean flag on pregame and stuff. He do got that in him. That boy unfazed by everything, man. Hell yeah. Lose to the Texans, almost 100% on the curse being. It's some good football being played right now, man. Linebacker play holds up. If it don't, Noah Fant might go crazy on us today, y'all. It might go crazy on us today. It's 3:53. We're about a half an hour away from Washington's kickoff, man. It feels weird. Is Cody Barton playing today? Oh, I forgot Cody Barton existed. Another priority signing from the team. I forgot Cody Barton was on the roster. Like, we might as well just ride with Khaleke Hudson and Jabril Cox and just see what we got, because Cody Barton ain't done too much, man. Hell yeah. I hope Rio buys that jersey to cover them ashy shoulders. Hey, don't go on my shoulders, man. Don't go on my shoulder. Coconut oil done wore off. I need to hit the shoulders. They said them ashy ass shoulders. Roasting my shit. EB has to run the ball other than shotgun up the middle. I know. It's that Scott Turner special. All we run is shotgun zone. Right up the middle. They know when it's coming every time. What up, Sheen? How we feeling, Sheen? How you doing out there, family? How's Sunday treating you? Hope it's been stress-free. Smash that like button like Sheen said. I hope your weekend's been fine, because in about a half an hour sharp, all of our weekends about to be turned upside down, and it's just going to be stress. It's going to be stress, but we live for this. We sign up for it. We are willing participants in the stress that is being a Washington fan. We sign up for it. We put our colors on, And we sit in front of our TVs on Sundays during the fall and winter, watching the same shit happen on a repeated loop. And we want more. We want more. What up, Sam? How y'all feeling right now, man? I'm feeling good. We should, drops. Oh my God. I can account for 3 touchdowns that Diami's dropped this year. He dropped the deep ball touchdown versus Chicago. He dropped that beautiful touchdown on the corner route versus the Patriots last week. And he dropped what should have been a touchdown or a huge play of at least 50 yards versus the Atlanta Falcons. I don't want to see any more of Dyami Brown. The Dyami Brown experiment for myself is over. I'm cool on it. Like my boy Jalen says, Dyami just be out there running around. He just be out there running around in uniform. Byron Pringle and Jamison Crowder me. And at some point, Mitchell Tinsley me. Because we might as well see what the boy can do. He can catch the football and he can run routes. Dyami Dyami runs one route. And he's not even good at running that motherfucker. And when the ball's thrown to him, he don't catch. But Cole Turner, I think we all need to hop off the Cole Turner because he's a healthy scratch every week. He's a healthy scratch. He's on the roster in street clothes on the sideline. We need to give up hopes on that. But let's go position for position. Who has the better unit? I think quarterback-wise, I think we have the advantage. I know that sounds crazy to some people. I think Sam Howell has already shown me that his ceiling is higher than Geno's ever was. And I'm going to take Sam Howell with quarterbacks. I'm going to give them I'm going to give them skill players from offense and defense. Running backs, definitely them. Receivers, I'm going to say also them because that 3-headed monster of Lockett, Metcalf, and Smith and Jigba, that's a force. We're going to have to cover today. We're going to have to cover today, y'all. None of that lucky shit today. There ain't going to be no Mac Jones prayers being thrown up today for us to get bailed out because last week, the defense on paper played an excellent game, but the eye test did not look excellent. A lot of that was inaccurate passing from McCorkle Jones, who got benched today in Germany, and he probably should not start ever again. Chase Young is balling, man. Chase Young is balling. I mean, he never wins one-on-one. It's not what he do. He had a strip sack today. Good for him. Good for him. He's no longer here. We wish you the best of your endeavors, bro. We got what we got here. Oh, I got some people I want to call out today. We need more from Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne, the 2 highest paid players outside of Terry, the 2 highest paid players on the roster. We go far too many weeks without hearing their names called. We go far too many weeks. I don't want to see John Allen dropping 7 F-bombs in the post-game presser after a game where he didn't register a stat. I don't want to hear that shit. You need to get to the quarterback. You need to get some tackles for loss. Y'all need to wreck shit. The Alabama Wall making $22 and $20 million a year. Earn your money. Y'all are the captains now. Y'all are the captains of the ship. Sweat and Chase not walking through that door. We need y'all to step up and be ballers. I think they got 5 combined sacks on the season. I need them to up that number. It ain't even just about sacks, but they need to dominate. We're not paying y'all top rate at your position for average play. We need more from our captain. John Allen, you are the vocal leader, spiritual leader of this roster. I know you know that you're not doing as good as you could be right now. I need to see it. I need to see it. I haven't seen one of them wreck a game in a minute. Payne's last game where I could say he really balled out was the Atlanta game. I remember one series, he wrecked the whole drive. I think that was the Atlanta game. No, that was first Denver too. Versus Denver, I remember he had a 3-play span where it was like tackle for loss, sack, pass deflection. I need them to register stats. I'm tired of hearing about pressures and shit that they did I'm tired of looking up pie chart analytical bullshit to defend people's play. I need them to produce. Allen and Payne, y'all need to be better. Y'all need to be better. Y'all need to go make life difficult for Geno Smith today because Geno's not that good. Geno's not that good, bro. I don't need him having a resurgence today because everybody finds a way to get right on us. We are the get right boys, the get right kings, the slump busters, whatever you want to call it. That is us. That is us. Oh, my God. The Bengals are driving now on the Texans. Man, so much good football is being played right now. But, yes, the Alabama Wall. Live up to your name and dominate. I want to see some of that championship football that y'all played in college at Alabama. I want to see some of it today. I want to see it. Everybody else draft picks turn out, but Ron says these guys need 2 years of development. I know. It's not like, it's crazy to me that Ron's approach to this draft, knowing that most likely this is going to be his final draft as the head coach, de facto president, GM guy that he is here, he decided to draft so many projects. Bro, you should have drafted a bunch of players that can play right now that fix immediate issues on the roster. But since we traded both of our edge rushers, we get to see more of KJ Henry and Andre Jones. I will have my eyes glued to watching both of those guys. KJ Henry had a strip sack last week, but we'll never know because they called the most fluke roughing the passer in the history of roughing the passer penalties on KJ Henry. He produced and generated a turnover, and they took it from him. I want to see more of that, KJ Henry. I want to see some bend. I want to see us get at least some type of pass rush, even if it's just from the 2D tackles. I want to hear it. We're going to win today. I know, like, we're setting ourselves up. I feel like we're going to win today. Like, I feel like we're going to win the game today. We're playing against a better team. We're on a roll. We're going to the loudest stadium in the NFL. And I still feel like we're going to win today because it fits the script. Washington loves to stick to their November script. And this is what they do in November, man. And look out. Don't drop the N-word on the Bleacher Report. Oh, yeah, I got you. I won't. I won't do that. I know how to simmer it down. I know how to polish it up a little bit. For Bleacher, we definitely gonna tone it down a little bit. They told me to be myself. They told me I can cuss, but I'm not gonna give them the same raw energy as we give them on the YouTube channel. So I appreciate that. I got you, my boy. I got you. 112 in the chat. Y'all smash that like button. We're lit. We're about 23 minutes away from kickoff, baby. I'm ready. There's a lot happening right now. The Browns just scored again. There's so much going on in the league right now. 1 o'clock NFL red zone football when your team is not playing is the most glorious feeling in the world. That is peak nirvana, pure bliss. Did Cleveland just go up on Baltimore or am I tripping? Did Cleveland? What the heck? What is going on in these games, bro? The mood shifts of the witching hour of NFL red zone. I love it so much, man. I love it so much. But Washington, 27-23, moving back to 500. I need it. Sam Howell. Let's see what type of day Sam Howell's going to have. I'm going to predict 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. I would love to be a 0-pick game, but Woolen Witherspoon, Quandre Diggs, Love, Bobby Wagner, Devin, but they going to get them a turnover today. We're going to turn it over once. We're going to turn it over at least once. Can't have no running back fumbles today. Gibson, Robinson. Can't have none of that shit today because if we lose the turnover battle, we're not winning this game today. If we lose the turnover battle, we are not winning this game today. I promise you. The Browns are rallying. Has the massage man finally returned to form? Because Deshaun Watson seems to be suffering from that Russell Wilson Space Jam. Someone took all my talents out. It's like they massaged all the talent out of his body. They just massaged all the ability out of his muscles because he looks lost sometimes. And Cleveland Jolite plays better when he's not on the field. I think today your post game will be a positive one on our win. I hope so. I told y'all, I gave y'all the script a couple weeks ago for the Mickey run. We're going to survive a thriller in New England. We're going to beat Seattle. We're going to beat the Giants by 10 plus. and then we'll see how the rest of it plays out. But I'm 1-for-1 right now. I think Seattle checks the box for that team we're not favored to beat, but we beat because we do it on our run every year. 2020, Ron's first year. I know y'all remember the COVID Tuesday or COVID Wednesday. I remember what day it was. It was Tuesday night, Wednesday night when we went up to Pittsburgh, and they was 11-0, and they got this work. That was the Cam Sims special game. And then in 2021, we beat Brady and them at home, the defending champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then last year, the 7-0 Eagles on Monday Night Football were good for a major upset every year. What better time for Washington for that upset than right now versus a Seattle Seahawks team that's better than you, but I wouldn't say it's significantly better than you. I would say we stack up with them. We're right around the mix. We're right around the same tier of football team. They made the playoffs last year, a game ahead of us. Go Hawks. I appreciate you for stopping by. ALC Hawks. Go Hawks. I respect it. Love y'all uniforms. Love y'all coaching staff. Love your roster. Love your GM. Love your stadium. I fucking hate the Seattle Seahawks, though. How many people in this chat, show of hands, how many, Wiley Fluke? What up, Josh? Hey, I hope you had a successful surgery, my boy. My boy had like elbow surgery this week. I wish you a speedy recovery, my boy. We got to get you back on the channel this next coming week or whenever you recover. My man said Wiley flu game. What's that, 3 sacks? Wiley flu game is the opposite of the Jordan flu game, which was actually the food poisoning game, but flu game sounds better. It's like nobody wants to hit a food poisoning Jordan 12s. It's the flu game 12s, baby. But back to Seattle hatred. Do y'all realize, like, me as a fan, I've only seen us make the playoffs a handful of times in my life. 2005, 2007, 2012, 2015, and 2020. That's 5 times. 5 times in my life we've been to the playoff. 3 times Seattle's put us out the playoff. 3. They put us out in 05. They in a game where if Carlos Rogers catches a pick 6, we might win the game. And then in 2007, we go to the playoffs with our backup quarterback rallying us, Todd Collins, in a game that had the craziest mood shifts I can remember. I remember us rallying, taking the lead, and immediately Seattle goes on like a 17-0 run. Lost again. 2012, the most heartbreaking game I've ever attended. I sat with my hands in my face for 20 minutes after the game. Literally, the stadium attendant had to be like, all right, fam, you got to go. I know you're sad, but you got to go. Because that's the game where RG3 got hurt. We got up to a 14-0 lead and then lost it. And then that was the end of the RG3 era in DC. That is 3 distinct memories that are ingrained into the mental fabric of football fandom for me, that the Seahawks have put us out the playoff. I fucking hate the Seahawks. I like how they run their organization. I like so many things about them, but I fucking hate this team. This team is dead ass one of my top 3 biggest ops, one of our biggest nemesis, biggest rivals. Like, after the NFC East guys, it's Seattle. Seattle is our biggest rival outside of the division. I hate the Seahawks. I want to beat them every time we play them. And last time we played them, we were successful. We got them on Monday Night Football when Prime Russ was still there. Great game. Thriller. I remember Kendall Fuller sealing the game on a 2-point conversion interception. I remember vividly every time we've ever played Seattle. I remember my most memorable game from Seattle was the week where we were playing offensive linemen that Kirk Cousins was meeting in the huddle. And we still clutched that game out. Kirk threw the bomb up to bum-ass Josh Doxson, who dove like his life was on the line to catch it. That was one of my better memories versus this Seattle team. But I hate them. I hate this. Is a dead ass rivalry, bro. I cannot. What's good with you, Casper? What's going on? Like, who else hates this team? I hate them, bro. I hate the fucking Seahawks. I respect them, but I hate them so much. Doesn't call a stinker today and throw 60 times. Sam numbers gonna be crazy at the end of the year because we put so much on him. Another interception for the Steelers. The Steelers are moving to 6-3. Must be nice. Must be nice, man. But that's what they do under Mike Tomlin. Under Mike Tomlin, that team just don't lose. It was a Monday night game at 3 p.m. Oh, it was on a Monday. That shit was random as hell. It was like a Monday afternoon game, the COVID game. That was the weeks when like we was getting like 20 positives for COVID. It was a wild time. Never take me back to that 2020 season again. DK, yeah, he terrifies me. He terrifies me. Don't let Forbes go anywhere near him. Don't even let him breathe the same Seattle air as him. It was a Monday night game at 3. Man, that game was crazy. That game was crazy. That was a feel-good ass game, bro. Let's go. We almost at game time. Y'all. We about 15 minutes out. Yeah, Young and Bosa, yeah, the Ohio State boys are going to work. They stifled Trevor Lawrence and them boys the whole day today. The Niners look back as ever. I think Sam is better than Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy going to have to show me some more. Let's get it, man. No matter how we get it. And you know most ways we get it is ugly. You know, I'll take it, though. There's no style points in the win-loss column. Come out of Seattle with a victory today. Come back home to play Jackie Jr., April of the Sopranos cast, and get the 6-5 next week. But let's not move the next week yet. We got to get the W today. Y'all should definitely pull up to the Bleacher Report app after the game. But if not, it's coming right over to YouTube, so don't worry about it. Either way, we're going to get a post game immediately following the game. We're about 10-plus minutes away from kickoff. It feels so weird to be playing at 4:25. The Texans about to win. That boy C.J. Stroud, the truth, ain't he? That boy C.J. Stroud, the truth, ain't he? That boy got the best touchdown to interception ratio this year and ever for a rookie quarterback. Yo, the Saints made it interesting versus the Vikings. You know, Vikings are going to escape with the dub, but Jameis came in and they rallied a little bit. They got that to a one-possession game. Dallas is going to probably dog the Giants today. Sam is producing like a top 10 quarterback already this year. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. 27-23. What's going on, Viscount? 9 p.m. here in the UK. It's a good time. Oh, it is a good time. So this is prime time for you. This is a prime time matchup for you in the UK. Shout out to my guy, Viscount, channel member and one of my day one subscribers. Day one. Always giving me great feedback, great articulated feedback. We love it, man. Appreciate you for always showing up for your boy. 124 in the chat. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Everybody put some W's in the chat because Washington is going to win this game today. Houston is kicking for the win, and it's good. And it's good. And the Texans went down to Cincinnati. Just hand C.J. Stroud the rookie of the year now. He's not only a rookie of the year lock, he's an MVP candidate at this point. God damn, this boy ball. Them Bengals fans are sick. They look like us on Sundays, bro. They look distraught. They just lost. Oh, my God. You hate to see it, but you love to see it. The Texans are now, what, 5-4? Are they 5-4 or 6-4? 5-6 wins already? Don't tell Ron. Don't tell Ron that you're allowed to win games in your first year with a rookie quarterback. Also, we're all positive vibes. We're all good energy right now. What's going on, y'all? What up, Playboy? What up, Wes? All W's in here. All good vibes right now. I don't mean to pick a bone with Ronald right now because it is what it is with Ron. But we all do need to dead the narrative that if Sam keeps looking good, Ron needs to stay. I'm here to hush that narrative. I'm here to silence that narrative. I'm here to eradicate it from all of our existence. Sam being good does not extend Ron's stay here with this team. If Ron really believed in Sam like he's trying to do at these press conferences where he's answering every question with, but did you see that young quarterback? I drafted him, guys. If you really thought he was him, you would have drafted him earlier, one. And if you thought he was him, you would have played him after your starting quarterback broke his finger last year. You would have played Heineke for a little bit, and then you would have got Sam in during the season. So I don't want to hear Ron beat his fucking chest like King Kong because he stumbled and cartwheeled his way into a possible franchise quarterback. That does not extend your stay. We appreciate you for finding him for us, but no, sir. Your reality and your fate is still sealed here for the most part. Would it be cool to see him go on a 9-8 playoff trip on his way out? Sure, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. That does not mean he's staying because Sam is nice. Ron is cooked. That seat is on fire. That seat is, dog, CJ is him for real, man. CJ really is him. But don't get it twisted. Ron's seat is cooked. Ron ass is on fire. That joint burnt and stinking. It's a wrap for him. If you found the quarterback for us, thank you so much. Remember what he said in that press conference, or not press conference, that interview with, I believe, Albert Breer? If Washington goes on to be successful, send him his ring. No, it's shit like that in the press conferences and the we can get eliminated today or quarterback or the EB thing. There's a laundry list 13-year body of work in this league as to why our good buddy Sailboat won't be here. But right now, we're here on November 12th, and we have a game to play. It's nice to see Kyler Murray playing football again for the Cardinals. The Cardinals are now watchable again for the rest of the season. It would be hilarious if he comes in and ruins their tank, and instead of getting Marvin Harrison Jr., they end up picking like 8th. It would be pretty funny. But Washington, let's just take it a week at a time. Let's enjoy the ride and enjoy the ebbs and the flows and the roller coaster that comes with having a young quarterback, 23-year-old quarterback who is learning his abilities. I seen a tweet last week. I need to find this tweet again because it was the most perfect depiction of what it's like watching Sam play. And it was something along the lines of Sam Howell is like watching a superhero movie where the superhero is learning how to use their abilities in the first act of the movie, the first half of the movie. Like, I think he compared it to he may save the world, he may save the city, or he may drop a bus. He may knock a building over, or he may save a bus full of people. That's the young quarterback experience. We got this spam bullshit. We got this spam bullshit showing up in the chat right now. But see, Sam is a young superhero in the first half of the first hour of the movie, where he may either save a bus full of people or he may knock a whole ass skyscraper over. That's what's happening. Love it. I'm here for the full experience. Sam Howell is our guy. I have full faith in him. I'm going to buy a black Sam Howell jersey, and that goes against my morals as a fan. I don't buy players' jersey because players come and go, but I don't. So I usually put my name on them. I'm going to put faith in it. How many fans will EB lose after today? It depends on what the game look like, Sam. I think we're going to come out victorious. And if EB and Sam keep putting good weeks together, the EB for head coach conversation will grow legs again. I'm going to grab me something to drink. I'm going to grab me a snack, and I'm going to get ready for this game today. Thank you to the 100+ that pulled up in the chat. Washington is going to win 27-23 versus the Seattle Seahawks today. You heard it first from your boy, Commander Rio Robinson. See y'all for the post-game show on Bleacher Report or on here. I got y'all. That's all I got for right now. Hail to the Washington Commanders. Good vibes for the rest of this Sunday. Let's get a W, baby. Deuces.